Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Toy Box. And we are actually in the Toy Box now. Yeah, I just had to give that little shout out to Dottie and the other cats out there. And just hoping the viewers are doing the same, or at least a little something like that. It's a real soft spot for me. Anyway, this is just a filler scene I did. I eventually want to get this into, well, clearly, more of a city scene, another, probably like Spider-Man and like the different heroes and villains. The backdrop is the backdrop for an old Spider-Man playset that came out around the time the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, if I remember correctly. I still have most of the pieces to it, but they're not put together. And like right here, there's a little balcony that could go connect to there. I still have that balcony. It's small, and if you figure's feet aren't too big, and if you position them just right, they'll fit. But I thought I would start the show with just showing what I did with my Crimson Guard for the time being. And I just realized that the twins aren't standing there identical. They're still not, but close enough. Alright, on to the next. Alright, this is a scene I've got a lot to say about. Very simple, real cobbled together, real quick. But the reason I brought it up is because I want to give a shout out to Reliving the Past Again on eBay. Because this computer table, pardon me, officer, vacate the chair. This computer table and chair just arrived today. Now, I just set this scene up real quick just for, something to have it set up for. I'll have it put in a scene just to kind of give a show how it looks. It's the identical one to the one I have here in the G.I. Joe Command Center that Breaker's sitting at. He's just sitting in a different chair. Got it offered on a discount, so I had to take it. And now back to here again. Yeah, see that power reactor back there, that was another buy from Reliving the Past Again. He's got great product. Anybody out there that's into G.I. Joe Classified, into Marvel Legends, into Star Wars, whether it be 6-inch or 3 3/4, you got to check this guy's stuff out. I've been buying stuff from him for years, and I've never once been disappointed by his product. Reasonable prices, takes and makes discounts where he can, and very generous at that, and very approachable gentleman that you can talk to. You can discuss, whatever questions you may have. Can't say enough good things about this guy. So I'll just stop right there. Another thing is this here. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, that the Target closest to me had the Retro Cobra Commander and Retro Stalker for $12.49. I picked one up for my brother. I had to stop there earlier to get some treats for the cats, and they had one more of these left. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it because I got this. Oh, there's a little putty on there. I wish I could remember the seller's name, but I got this as just plain gray 3D printed and painted it myself. The shade that I have it painted is so that it would match the very first Cobra Commander that came out with the Classified line. And I also have another one where the mask is all torn up here and there's Cthulhu tentacles coming out of that. I did a big storyline for it for my brother. I should recreate it for you guys. You'd love it. It's hilarious. But But yeah, all I have to do is just paint the head, paint it a lighter blue to match the costume, and I'm sure I have the color. And now that I say that, I realize I was a Hobby Lobby today and forgot to pick up some paint, but oh well. But yeah, I'll lighten this up, make the red more vibrant. So now I've got 3 Cobra Commanders, although my Cobra Commander, the first one they made that's got that shade, he's currently on a shelf out in our dining room area that my wife had a little statue of a cobra, so I have him patting it on the head and offering it a dead rat. Hey, 'tis the season. All right, on to the next. Okay, this one as well has been kind of cobbled together. I still have a little more to do on it. Oh yeah, say hello to my little friend. He's very huggy. But yeah, we got the Cobra Commander's throne room here. And what I thought I would do, let me give you a little close up here. Got heart over here, some little dead lungs here, an arm, brain, another heart, and another heart over there. The walls are a bit drippy on both sides. And Cobra Commander does not look like he's having a good day. Now what this is pretty much, I guess you'd call it the cover picture for a story I plan on doing in stop motion. It's going to be my first one. And it's a nod to a member on here, Clever Loeb. Wanted to sign up for the Cobra Army. Well, this is going to be a stop motion of Cobra's end of the month evaluations and applications for employment at the same time. Only it just so happens the only character you're going to see him interview, which would be the last one, and that's after he walks in and sees all this, and that's where the fun begins. Yeah, I got a little friend hanging out back there. I have a new computer screen coming to me like the one I have here. And this one here, underneath it has a picture of Duke. Now the one that I ordered is going to have a picture of Cobra Commander, like that picture right there. And I should probably be getting that probably next weekend or so. Back to the carnage. And that'll be cool because that is going to look killer in my Dr. Mindbender scene, because I'm going to start ramping it up as to what's going on in there and issues that are going to arise, that always arise when you're dealing with xenomorphs. And just let you check out the pools. I used the Halloween fake blood for this, and if it stains the shelf, I don't really care. I can always paint over it. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to take a minute to give a couple shout outs to one, most definitely is Space Black. I just want to thank them for their recognition of me. And if my watching their stuff, liking it, and making comments and stuff has helped their channel in any way, I'm proud to have done it. And just feel honored for them mentioning me in one of their videos. Very cool. Clever Loeb, he's another one. He's doing some great stuff. For you fans that love the old classic G.I. Joe comic, you got to check him out, man. He is starting from #1 of G.I. Joe. He is going up the line. and using AI to voice all the characters like they sounded in the cartoon, all the music for the cartoon. It is amazing. If you're a Joe fan, check it out, man. It's still pictures, where it's just showing the still pictures of the comics. But who cares? That's how they were when we read them as a kid, right? And I don't know about you, but reading the comics after watching the cartoon, how many people didn't read that in Duke's voice or Destro's voice? It's really amazing work. And crap, I just had brain fart. There was somebody else I wanted to mention, and I know him, and I can't think of what his name is. Vern Rants. Yeah, there you go, Vern Rants. He's doing some amazing stuff with AI, doing these clips with the figures and stuff, and a lot of people are griping, I'm sick of AI, I'm sick of AI. It's an art form. I'm old school. I either build it with my hands, like this in front of you, or I draw it. But clearly times are changing. I'll still stick with my hand drawn and hand built stuff. But if you can do some stuff with AI, go for it. Don't let some people saying, oh, AI sucks, I'm sick of that. Did you really stop to look and view it before saying, I don't like AI? Just because it's AI doesn't mean it's not something somebody had to, they had to work to create it. It took imagination. Computer maybe did a lot of it, but still, it took the thought and the imagination and the will to make it happen. And I got worlds of respect for folks that do that. I got worlds of respect for all artists. But I've heard that a lot, and that is my opinion on it. Not looking to step on anybody's toes or piss anybody off. But hey, to each their own the way they do their art. And I'm happy to stand behind them, support them, and looking forward to every episode. Well, it's getting pretty late, and I think I'm just about talked out. And the Cobra Commander, he looks like he's about to call for some aspirin or maybe something a little stronger. Doctor, bring me some morphine, quickly. Put it in the chocolate bars. Well, all right, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, having a great Saturday night. Hope you have a great Sunday. And your transition into Monday is as smooth as it can be. Take care, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.